Hello everyone, and thank you for coming to Deb Chanel's 40th Swirl, where we do reviews and recaps. Today we're going to be reviewing Shahs' Sunset. Yes, that is my show. Season 5, Episode 1 comes on Sundays. Okay, the topic of the show is basically Reza reflects on the previous 4 years, broken engagement, and offers the previous year's broken engagements and offers a revelation to Asa in the season's 5 opener. Also, newlywed Mike is ready to reconnect with his old friends. The gang gathers for a birthday bash, but the celebration is jeopardized by Gigi. Okay, we have Asa coming back, Reza, MJ, Mike, and Gigi. And the title of season 5, episode 1 is Persian of the Pacific. First, we go on to Raza's condo with Adam. Raza's in the bed sleeping. Smokey, their little puppy, is sleeping with him. It's such a cute scene. Raza is pretty much the wife in the relationship, and Adam is the male. Raza's cat is named Pete. We saw him in the opening. Raza wants Adam to take him to a trailer park. Adam comes in there, gives him a little kiss. He speaks in his native tongue, Raza's native tongue, and tells him, okay, Raza, it's time for you to get up. It's time, come on now, wake up and come eat breakfast. And Raza half-heartedly wakes up because he's not a morning person. And he gets up and starts having conversation and breakfast with Adam. And he's saying, we got to work on this thing because Raza is not thoroughly pleased with him in his bed making activities. He just feels that Adam just jumps on the bed, spreads his cheeks wide open, and that's pretty much it. And Raza's wanting something a little bit more hardcore and loving, and he wants him to pretty much get into the mood prior to Raza having to have to initiate everything. So they're going over their little want list that they have for one another. And he's talking about getting married again. We already went over the sex issue. He know it needs to improve, meaning Adam needs to improve in that. And he wants to have a family. He did get cold feet last season. He should have been married by now, but he just got cold feet, cold turkey, whatever. Please excuse me. I'm taping late. It's 5:56 a.m. in the morning. I couldn't sleep, so I thought, hey, why don't I just jump up, do another review, and then maybe I'll get sleep and go to bed. But anyway, we move on from that scene. We go to MJ's condo. MJ is messing around with her clothes, and I think it's Julio is her dog. She's messing with him as well. And Tommy, her new beau, is over there helping her rearrange her life in a sense, as well as getting rid of the old, bringing in the new. So she's pretty much just purging just about everything far as apparel is concerned if she haven't worn it in a year. That's what she said she learned from Oprah and watching her show. If you haven't worn it within a year's time, then you're not going to wear it. It's just sitting up there looking pretty and you just waiting for an occasion that's never going to come. So that means you need to purge it, give it away, give it to the Salvation Army or Goodwill so they, someone in need could, partake of it and, definitely can use it. So Tommy, they met on social media. And he's helping her going through her shoe collection and other apparel. And pretty much Tommy is the do boy for today. So, and she's pretty much thinking about having him in a real stable relationship. And she's making room in case she feels she wants to keep some of his clothing items over there for some usage in the near future. Oh, excuse me. And at least you'll have the storage room or the space to do it. Or leave the items that she may deem appropriate that he need to have over there. And the same, I guess, for his chateau or his little love nest as well. Then we go leave there. We go to Mike and Jessica. You know, they're newlyweds. Just got finished getting married and whew, excuse me, living the life of the married couple. They've been married for 4 months. They are out calling themselves exercising on this real steep type of ravine, and it has steps where people can go up and down. I mean, they were just taking the stairs for exercise. And, you know, they were just saying, well, I should say his wife, Jessica, was saying, I thought the wife is supposed to be getting fat and not the man. So she was just doing a little joke, but both of them look pretty much in shape to me. So, hey, I guess keeping it lean and trim. That's what they need to do. That's what we all should do, including myself. But that's another story for another taping. Then they're talking about, well, Mike's talking with her about Shervin's having his, I think, 35th birthday party. And he wants Jessica to come. And, you know, he knows, she knows, they all know that Jessica's not too fond of Mike's friend, especially the one that starts with a G and ends with a G, meaning Gigi. Because there was an incident last season and some seasons before that Mike called himself banging Gigi, or he had wanted to, particularly before they had got married, or it was like a week or two before their wedding day, he wanted to have sex with her. But of course, Mike denied it, and Gigi is still standing firm with that's what he tried to do in Turkey when they were visiting or vacationing and stuff. Maybe they got too drunk or something, who knows. But that was out there. So she didn't like Gigi since then. But she's trying to make amends. She's already been solidified. She says why she shouldn't worry anymore. He chose her over Gigi if that was a concern there, or any other woman that was in line waiting for his attention. But it is what it is. So we move on from that scene because she says she's going to try to make amends with them and be more civil and try to be around his friends as long as she possibly can, just to make him happy. So that's what the married life is all about, give and take. So we move on from that scene. We go to Gigi, Asa, and Asa's assistant. Gigi goes over to visit her friend Asa. Asa's at her home, and she's going over some layouts or some interest of apparel. I think they call them Kafgans or whatever. They're like little comfortable stuff that you go around that you see probably chic or Persian people wear, and sometimes you see African Americans wearing them as well. They're nice and comfy and bright and colorful. So she's calling herself in that type of apparel making business because the last time I saw her, I saw the show, basically, she was trying to have some kind of restaurant on wheels. Her and her mother and some people were trying to help her out on that venture. So I don't know. I was kind of glad. Then she's trying to have a rap career. I don't know what that had went, but so she's trying a lot of different things. God knows she got the money to do it. So if she wants to be an entrepreneur, let her. Because if I had the money, I sure would be too, having me 2 and 3 to 4 top businesses. And I've had my own daycare business in the past, but it wasn't something I wanted to really do, and I didn't get to the status that I wanted to get to with it. So I kind of let it go. I was doing it out my house initially. But anyway, that's a story nor here nor there. But going on, everybody should try entrepreneurship at least one time in their lifetime to say, whether it was for them or for not. But I'm really thinking about, trying to get a job working from home and doing some more business related ventures, but not in the field of daycare. Can't take care of anybody else's children. No ma'am, no more. Done that, moved on. But anyway, we go on to this. Asa is definitely, and yeah, she's supposed to have to get some gold water, formulating her own water with using gold particles in it. I don't know what happened to that either. I might have to research it. But anyway, Gigi comes over just to, pay her friend a visit, and she brings beer with her, as a gesture that they need to be partaking of the spirits and things of that nature. And she's showing Gigi, or Gigi's mostly going in on her own, looking at the different apparel she have there when it has reference to the Kafgans she's trying to promote under her name, and trying to be a businesswoman. So I ain't got nothing but love for that. And she goes on and tries on certain Afghan or Kafgan, and then they take it outside to the pool area. And also it's just trying to figure out what's going on with her, what she been doing. She knows she's been having this medical issue, and she's saying yes, she's still suffering from it, and alcohol does makes it better. She's not an alcoholic, but with all the things that she goes through with her rheumatoid arthritis that she had recently got diagnosed with, it's just taking its toll on her, and she's not as happy as she used to be because of the pain. And when she's having those painful days or months, she just don't really want to be bothered with anybody, because she knows it's just her and her mood swings, and she just don't want it to manifest itself, and she gets on other people's nerves because she's having a bad day because she's in so much pain. So, Gigi is feeling her on, Asa is feeling her on that, and, she's going to keep her in prayer, and try to relieve some of her tension if she can in any way. She's a good friend. And then the scene goes from there. We go to Jessica and Mike. Mike is saying his best time he's had was when he got married to his wife, and he had to get into the celebration mode, and he drunk so much that night he didn't know if he was coming or going the next day. So he went on to start giving the viewers a rundown on his expensive wedding. And I said, Mike, did he act just like a female? I don't even know how his wife Jessica takes him, because it's just too much. He loves to spend money. She loves to spend money. They even make reference to that as well, that they're gonna have to start saving, because she wants little babies soon, and it's gonna cost. And he just went on and told us that, excuse me, his tuxedo for the wedding that he was wearing was $10,000. He said his wedding cost $200,000. That was a goddamn house right there. And the house that he's living in, I don't know if it's prime real estate by them being in a certain area in California, but that looked like, a first time starter home that somebody would have, just being a single parent, or just one person living in it. So I don't know what might be. Why Mike? I ain't gonna say the Persian community. I'm just gonna say Mike. Driving all these expensive cars, dropping all this money down on a wedding, or maybe he didn't pay for it. Maybe it was her, Jessica parents paying for it. I don't know. But anyway, it was just a ridiculous amount of money that was being spent. But if they got it, they can flaunt it, then go partake of whatever you want in this lifetime, honey. And then they were on their way to the photographer studio to look at their wedding pictures that he so eloquently spoke that it was $1,000 for the book that they were getting, and it wasn't that big of a book or album. And then to decorate it in something certain design, it was going to cost $500 more. So he's basically looking at either a price tag or $1,500 or maybe $2,000. Who knows? But it was just running off his tongue about the amount of money he had spent and this, that, and the other. And his wife worried about money. I'm like, surely you can't be. Surely you cannot be with having what you just said you had, as far as in a wedding and everything that transpired between that time. So I wasn't feeling Mike and his calling broke mouth or whatever he's trying to do. He had a Jewish Persian wedding, and if that's the standard of what you're supposed to have, then fine. Pay Jonathan Elder his money, which is basically the place that you had went to for your wedding photography. Pay what it is. Remember, no money is too, no amount of money is too good for your happiness. And if that's happy, then spend the money, man. Spend the money. But anyway, got enough of him. We go on to Asa and Reza. They are out shopping. I'm sorry, it wasn't John Elder, the photo studio. That was a place where Asa and Reza had went to go shopping for some little furniture digs for his new crib. He just had moved in, and he's revamping it all, and up modeling, upgrading it, and all these things. So him and Adam to partake and share their love and marriage and solidification of their relationship. Uh, that's where they were. They were shopping at Jonathan Elder's little furniture store. I don't know what photographer studio they said it, but I didn't write it down in my notes, so it really wasn't important. But anyway, um, Asa was just looking at some of the furniture and making reference to some things that she probably would want the store to carry because, she kind of like their signature store. And, he said, just let us know what you want. We'll get it in. It'll take probably a couple of weeks to a month, but hey, you'll have it and we can make the money off of you and that'll be all good. Everybody's winners in the situation. But anyway, as they're shopping and things of that nature, and Raza do purchase an item. He went in there dropping coin like it ain't nothing. But he's asking Asa to officiate his nuptials to Adam. And he's going to do it on the spur of the moment. It's going to be like a surprise type deal. He's going to spring it on Adam. So I hope Adam don't leave him at the altar just like he left Adam at the altar just a little while ago. So I don't know. You need to peep that idea and see where he is with everything because he might be trying to pay you back, honey. So, or he want to make sure you're going to be where you say you're going to be and not going to be another thing of what it was before when you stood him up. So anyway, also she's just singing her little Persian song. I guess it's a wedding little diddly in their language, and Reza was singing along with her and stuff, and she accepted the challenge or the honor of officiating their wedding to come, and he ran the idea by MJ that he was asking Reza. I mean, asking also to officiate it. And she's like, we don't need her to do it. I guess you trying to throw light shade on her, like, you need somebody for real that's certified. And because we want your marriage to be for real. So, I don't know where, excuse me, any of that really comes from. Maybe they were throwing shade, play for shade. But I'm sure we'll know as things go and progress a little further to that time who's going to be doing what and who's going to have the privileges of, serving as a official law provider for their wedding to come. So we even go on to Miss Gigi and Nima. She's visiting her cousin over at Shervin's home. I don't know why I get a tease that Shervin and cousin Nima or a couple and it just hadn't come out yet. He just gives me that tease. And Gigi kind of made reference of it as well, but he's denying it, so we ain't trying to out nobody, but his tendencies are definitely swinging that way. But I guess we'll know sooner or later, or whenever they want to tell us, or maybe to just come out in the tabloids, who knows, because people always seem to be spilling tea on everybody. But anyway, she goes over to meet her cousin and Shervin for his 35th birthday bash that he's throwing for himself. And it's an expensive birthday bash. Everything is, he wants all his guests that he's asked to attend these services to come in all white. It's a white affair and it's on a yacht that cost him, I think he said, $30 million to rent. And, I was like, this is too much. Yeah, $30 million to rent a yacht. It's 106 feet. The party itself, I guess the alcohol, the food, and whatever other supplies he had to go with his birthday, he said that cost $35,000. So I'm like, oh, these people right here, they know how to get down. And when I see these people, I'm not talking about culture or race. I'm saying people with money. You know what I'm saying? And I guess their culture, which I'm sure they have to have some poor people, just like every race. You have your middle class, well, your poor people, your middle class, and your class of people with high statuses, that's making that coin. But he just dropping money like it ain't nothing. He's 35 years old. He ain't married. He don't seem to have no female in his life that he shares with the group. That's all around them when they're meeting and kikiing it up and, meeting for lunch, dinner, breakfast or whatever, just going out having a good time at night. So that was kind of leads me to thinking, excuse me, that he might be, gay. But anyway, he's spending a lot of time with Gigi's cousin, Nima, and it just gives me that tease that they're hooking up with one another and they just hadn't come out. But, everybody's getting set to go to the party. She actually came over to ride with Nima and him to the yacht. But they have a bigger surprise, honey. I'm telling this Shervin, if he, woo, girl. Oh, I'm just saying, if I could get my hands on a Shervin, yes, honey, sew him up, tie him up, and be right at the courthouse. We don't have no wedding and none of that, cause he just drops in, honey. I'm just gonna go and spill the beans. He drops in a rented helicopter that is going to drop down on the yacht that he's also rented. Now, what do you call that? Is that balling? Is that balling? Okay, that's balling, honey. That's balling. Major balling. So, but anyway, Gigi and Nima and him, when they do finally get to his yacht where he's having his birthday celebration, and the yacht's just taking them probably a few miles out to sea, but not enough to say he's on a cruise. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, they show up from the rented helicopter he have to the party because everybody else is trying to get there to the boat, and they get there on time. But then the guest of honor is not even there. But like I said, he does his surprise flying in, and everything's cool. And they just like, yeah, man, you did that. But I bet his bank account got a little dent in it. But anyway, that ain't my business. I'm just here to give you my play-by-play, blow-by-blow of Shahs Sunset for this season. But anyway, the scene goes from them leaving Shervin's home and getting ready to go to the yacht to celebrate his birthday party. We leave that scene. We go back to Mike and Jessica. And she's trying to get on her little white outfit. And, I didn't see any bruises, but she was trying to say she enjoyed the rough sex that they had. Either just got finished making or it was the night before, because she was like, oh, no, don't touch me there. It's kind of sore. Don't you see the bruises you put on me and all this kind of stuff? And I was like, oh, okay. But as long as you enjoyed it, whether it was rough or soft, that's all that matters, because y'all just 4 months into y'all marriage. You ain't got to be, saying somebody ain't giving it up or they holding out and all that kind of stuff. So we move on from that scene and we go to where Reza is meeting. Well, Reza is coming over Asa's house because him and MJ is going to get the limousine or Escalade to pick them up from her place. So Reza just had to come from the gym, and he is over Asa's house, and he just needed to change his clothes. So he must have taken a shower prior to him leaving the gym. And so he's over there, and he said, oh, I just need to have something on here that just says Central Pay. So he went on and got him a little Persian Central Pay scarf like they wear over in Jerusalem or Egypt or whatever. I don't know what he was doing, but anyway, he had his little shades on, his little white outfit on, and this red looked like a kitchen table picnic Afghan that he put over his head. I don't know what's wrong with Raza sometimes, but then we leave that scene and we go to Mike and Jessica, and he's talking with her as they're finishing getting dressed. He's just trying to go over some little tidbits that he's trying to set the tone for her to comply with, meaning, he wants to get back to, talking to his friends that he grew up around and had came to the country with or had formulated for friendship once he got here. And he basically was like, I want you to fit in now. We're married, we haven't seen him in 4 months, and I missed him. and I need you to comply, and I need you to be there with me, united front. You like what I like, and I like what you like. It's just, a give and take, and that's what marriage is all about. And she was like, okay, I'm fine, but, maybe we can have a conversation with Gigi and squash some things, and then we'll be fine, because I like the rest of your friends. And he's like, okay, agreements, and they leave for the party. We go back to Reza and Asa. MJ has finally showed up, and she ain't got on her clothes either, and she basically gets dressed. She bought two outfits. I don't know why, but anyway, it's hard to get her dressing on time. So they finally get dressed, leave in the little rented Escalade chauffeur that has come for them, and they go on to say, well, God dog it, we late, but can we stop and get something to drink? This is what also said. I'm like, could you have gotten something to drink? You didn't have some alcohol at your house while y'all was waiting on MJ to show up. But anyway, another here or there. They stopped, get them some drinks. They stopped, get them some food. They stopped to get to the bathroom. MJ changing clothes in the darn Escalade because she felt that the outfit she had on was just too tight, or I don't know what's going on with that little lady. But that's with that. Then we move on to everybody has gotten to the boat, have boarded the boat, and they're trying to figure out where the heck is Sherwin and Gigi and Nima. So, they getting kind of worried, and they start calling and whatnot. But he's going to show up. Just like I said, I broke it to y'all. What's going to happen and how he's going to arrive. And, but anyway, we go to the scene with Gigi and Mike. They finally come down from the sky, like I said, in the little helicopter. And, I guess he didn't think Gigi was going to come, but when they saw the plane land, they saw it was three other people besides the pilot. And, of course, Gigi walks out, then Shervin, and then Nima. And they all just aboard the plane. The boat, and they just go on sailing on out to sea. And everybody's mixing and mingling with one another. Mike is trying to have a sidebar with Reza, saying, we still got to talk about some old business. And, Reza too much don't want to hear about it. He's kind of like throwing him light shade, like, look, if you're good where we left it, I'm good. Let's just leave it all in the past. Let's celebrate Sherman's birthday. Let's move everything towards the future and the present what we're in. Let's enjoy each other's company, this, that, and the daughter. And it just moved on. It was very nice. And Mike trying to make a situation come up that does not need to be made, not need to be brought up. Just leave it alone, let it die, let lions, dogs fly. You know what I'm saying? So we move on from there. They go on and get food and drinks, and they're singing in their little native tongue, and thanking each other, or thanking their Lord for their blessings and all of that. And everybody getting there safe, and just having a good time. Everybody enjoying themselves. So while they're doing that, Jessica, excuse me, Jessica's just letting the people that she's around saying she just had 6 drinks. I don't know where she put down 6 drinks, but if she can, drink alcohol like that, then more power to her. Everybody's still going on mingling. Shervins is wanting Gigi to make up with Jessica because they still seem like it's kind of tense there. He just wants everybody to be happy, get drunk, do whatever they came to do, and as long as it's peaceful. And, everything be cool. And so he just got the girls and took them downstairs and, say, okay, let's hash this thing out. We're going to leave y'all and y'all, everything be cool. Love you. We'll check back on you. So that's what happens. And then they go to talking, and Jessica's pretty much starting out first and telling her she don't understand what things had went wrong with them. That's this and that and the other. And Gigi is really, being at safe mode. She's not saying anything. She's agreeing that, her actions were wrong. And she was just admitting to what she had said. She shouldn't have said, which was Mike tried to get with her in Turkey when I guess they were vacationing something, and it was at the wrong time because they were really trying to get married shortly after that had transpired, and it kind of put a damper on things. And just like I said, Gigi had forewarned her that if anybody comes up around them and she's not seeing them approach, to stop talking about it, because it's just between her and her. And she ain't got time for people to be voicing their opinions and putting unnecessary advice in where don't none need to be. And just like I said, they were pretty much trying to get things together when God Dog also show up and wrestle. And they just immediately stopped talking. But it seems like they cleared the air. But it seems like Gigi wanted to have a little bit more something to say, but it wasn't something she could get to that night. So if they were going to have anything or another discussion, it wasn't going to be that night. So you know she went on upstairs, said she wanted something else to drink, she wanted some food, and so she was drinking a little bit too much. Everybody had noticed, especially Asa had noticed that she had been throwing back too many. And when they know, pretty much when she starts drinking a little heavy and had a lot to drink, she's gonna start some mess. And they did not want that to happen. It has been good sailing and all of that, and they just wanted to keep it that way. But anyway, you know how it is when you're fooling with Gigi. And so Reza is back at the top part. They bring out the cake and everything for Shervin's birthday, so everybody can take a little piece of it. It seemed like it was real velvet cake too, and it looked good though. It looked good. But anyway, Reza was wishing Shervin many, many more birthdays to come, and it was just awesome that they could get together with dear friends and celebrate and still be in their good health and all that. And that was just real good. And I ain't expect nothing else to come out of it. But Rizzle, I tell you, you can't watch him. He had too much to drink too. While he trying to worry about somebody else having too much to drink. So everything was what it was, and somehow Rizzle just acted a fool and threw cake. Was throwing cake at people, but the cake actually hit Ossifa's Bobby's girlfriend. I guess this is a friend of a friend that invited them to Shervin's, or maybe Shervin invited them to the party and everything. But she got mad at Reza because Reza had threw cake on her $3,000 dress. Now, who goes on a yacht party? But like I said, hey, if you got the money, do what you do. But when you wearing white, that's peculiar anyway. You don't want nobody to get too close to you and this, that, and the third, and whatever. But anyway, and Rev Devil Cake too on white, that ain't coming out. That ain't coming out, Rev. You're going to be buying that girl another dress. But anyway, so everybody thought it was funny, and then somebody else started throwing cake. And then, I don't know why, Gigi knew they were just having problems in the past with this young lady, and she gonna pick up some cake, and she gonna throw it back at the girl too. I guess she didn't care if the dress was $3,000 or whatnot. So the girl caught Gigi throwing it, and of course Gigi gonna say I didn't do that. Everybody know Gigi had did it, but they was like, okay, Sal, since Reza messed up coming right out the gate, he just gonna have to buy you another dress, and that's it. Reza got money, he can pop it out like that. I don't know why Reza started the mess in the first place, but who she should have been getting on was Reza. But she didn't want to confront him, she didn't want to do anything. She just wanted to get back at Gigi for throwing her little pieces of crumbs at her. So she called herself gonna be smart, and she just kept asking or wanting Gigi to give her an answer about why she did what she did. But I'm like, the biggest cake that made the stain on your dress came from Reza. But you don't want to address him. You want to go fight with somebody that you already have beef with. And of course, her boyfriend, Bobby, trying to tell her, no, go on downstairs. I ain't got time for this. Everybody drunk. We ain't got time to be messing up this man's birthday. Cake has already hit the floor. And, he just ushering her on out the way. And before she want to leave and go downstairs, she gonna take the cream part of the cake or whatever cake she had put in her hand, and she just smeared it on Gigi's shoulder as she walked by. And Gigi was like, no, she did just do that. So instead of her just maybe taking some cake or maybe pulling her hair or something to that degree, she gonna go pop the girl in the head like somebody slap you real hard with plenty of force. She's popped this girl in the back of her head. I was like, okay, now that's a fight. That's a fight right there. But anyway, they separated the two. They got them to go. And I guess they had floated themselves already back to the dock because they were getting off of the boat. It wasn't like they had to get off at sea or something. So they had already made their little traced back to the dock from whence they had traced out into the sea. So the trip was already over and paid for anyway. So, but everybody was trying to say Gigi was this, that, and the third. She shouldn't have been throwing cake, but I'm like, no. If you want to blame it, it's on camera. It's called. It was Reza's fault. Now, was Gigi wrong for popping that girl in the head? Because she could have gave her a tumor or something, or a swollen lymph node with how the force she had. And yeah, she needs to apologize for that and make peace. But like I said, when you're drunk and you already have issues going, it just amplifies everything. And it was a good birthday to Reza. Wanted to just start some playful mess, but it just turned out to be a hot mess. And now Gigi is mad at Alpha, and they definitely gonna be having some dealings in the future, I'm pretty sure. But y'all, I enjoyed Shah's Sunset, and I will be reviewing it until it goes off again. But we got a long way to go. We at season 5, episode 1, and the topic of the show was called Persian of the Pacific. So it was good. I hope y'all enjoyed my commentary of the show, or today's episode. Check back with me. Comes on every Sunday unless they're having another event to show in their place, or they're on hiatus, or they're in your reunion status, which we're not nowhere near that at this time. We'll catch it every Sunday together, God willing. So thank you for tuning in to Deb Chanel's 48's World, where we just got finished doing the recap and review of Shah's Sunset. And we'll be back next week. Be blessed and take care of yourselves, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.